Hello everybody, my name is MarMar and welcome to my special video. Right now, sadly there is a lot of negative stuff happening in the world, like Corona, isolation, Fortnite is still a thing, and everybody just keeps focusing on it, and it feels like nobody is talking about anything else anymore. Like my parents, for example, who just use their entire free time to watch the news and then complaining about it the whole day. Which is just, stop it, get some help. But that doesn't mean that there are no positive things happening in the world right now. Recently, I watched a video from an actor, John Krasinski, who made a video called Some Good News, where he brought to light some of the positive and good things that are currently happening in the world, so that inspired me to try to do something similar. So I decided to make a video which brings to light some of the good and positive things happening currently in our fandom. I have no idea what I'm doing, but let's do it. Let's call it MarMar's Furry Isolation Survival Guide. So due to the current state of the situation in the world, sadly most of us have to stay home. But that doesn't mean that there are no things actively happening in our fandom at the moment. First, I would like to mention the isolation station. It started as a one-time 24-hour DJ live stream where all kinds of DJs from our fandom would play in about 1 hour intervals after each other. But thanks to a very positive, overwhelming reception, it turned into a regular thing. So now every Wednesday and Saturday you can enjoy a lot of good EDM music in the evening. What's more is that this is not just about music, because a lot of these DJs actually live stream them doing all their fancy DJ magic on the video. On top of that, some of them are crazy enough to do their entire DJ performance in their fursuit. For example, my friend Kana. You can check them out on their Twitter or on their website, where you can read all the information about when the stream is gonna be and who is gonna be playing that day. Now moving on to the next topic. Now because we are all staying safe and are at home, it means that sadly most of the furry meets that we had needed to be cancelled. However, that doesn't mean that they can't happen at all. Recently, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter organizing some kind of group calls via Discord or Zoom. I did a few of those myself, and they are awesome! It may not be the same as when you see your friends in real life, but I think it's super nice to see your friends and talk to them in some form regardless. For me personally, it's one of the things that actually keep my sanity in check, so I don't go completely crazy over here. However, I noticed one issue, and that being that some people are so damn lazy, having excuses such as, oh, I don't really do Discord or video calls much. Oh, it's not the same as seeing people in real life. And blah blah blah, you get the idea. Look guys, I know that this may not be a thing for everybody, but at the moment, sadly, it's either that or nothing. And I think that something is always better than nothing. So don't be lazy and just do it! I think in most places in the world, furries have some kind of furry meet that is organized on a regular basis. So I would like to encourage the organizers of these meets to maybe try to make them in Discord or in Zoom or in any kind of video call. I'm sure it will be nearly as good. Now for the last thing that I wanted to bring to light is the Furry omegle night. This event kind of popped out of nowhere, but it quickly got a lot of traction, but for a good reason. The way it works is that it uses the website called Omegle, where you can chat with strangers either with a video call or with a text chat. Now what the folks behind Furry Omegle Night did is that they came up with a bunch of tags that you can put in the Omegle Common Interest tab so that you get only connected to other furries. And on top of that, they came up with a time where furries should try to connect to other furries. And now, since there is a lot of furries who actually joined this event, it actually works. I tried it 2 times already, and each time it was so much fun. I had my fursuit on, and so did many other people. So I just kept talking to other random furries about all kinds of random stuff. It kind of felt like a convention of sorts. And because you never know who you're gonna talk next, it feels like an adventure and it is very exciting. And if you decide to join, I would like to mention a few things that you should not do during this event. First off, you should really try to and just talk to the other person. It doesn't matter what you're gonna talk about. It doesn't matter. It's a random conversation. Because if you just say, hi, how are you? Good. Or just yeah, as if you're on the phone with your mom, then the conversation will not really go anywhere. And in worst case, if you feel uncomfortable, you can always just skip the person to another. Another thing that you should try is to be creative. Not everybody has like a fursuit or a mascot, but that doesn't matter. As long as you try to put it something creative. I met few folks who didn't have a fursuit and did something really cool, and it caught my interest, and we had a lot of fun talking about it. And the last thing that I would like to mention, which is something that you should not do, is going into this event thinking that you will just go there to meet the publisher. That means that you will just skip everybody and just keep going until you will meet the desired person. That's super lame, and that's not what the event is about. The event is about talking to other furries and having fun. It's not called the let me catch my puppy fur night or something like that. I personally will be joining another time as well because I really liked it, and I do really recommend it to everyone. For more information about this event, you can visit the official Furry Omegle Night Twitter account. And that's everything that I wanted to talk about today. I think despite the current world situation, there is still a lot of super positive initiative and creativity in our fandom to just help us somehow survive the boredom and get us through it until it gets all better. I really hope that you like this random, spontaneous video that I decided to make, and I hope that maybe some of you will try to do the things that I mentioned here. Let me know what you think, and maybe if you want another video like this where I bring up the good and positive things that are happening in the fandom or in general, or how you can not die at home, not being bored. So that's it for today, and stay safe and stay fluffy. Bye!